Brian,
these days.
we had John during the week and we asked her about the moustache, because how long have you had that moustache? You're on the rough.
I've had it since I was 16.
So how old are you now?
I'm 56.
Ooh, that's
40 years.
That's 40 years, but why do you have the moustache? Tell the people.
Well, I don't want to share it with everyone. It was a personal thing between me and my doctor when I started.
No, well, you told us on the rug during the week.
It's a medical condition.
What is it?
I don't have to feel like...
No, you do.
You've got to, mate, we're all up for it here.
No.
One in, all in, Brian.
I don't like talking about my lip.
Because, Doug, you know the...
He reckons he's got a medical condition.
What sort of medical
Yeah,
condition?
exactly, Doug. You fire a couple at him, Doug.
Have on your lip.
Well, it's just not something that you should be talking about on the radio.
You get an eczema on your lip.
Because, Doug, you know the hipsters who have the moustache now, and they've only sort of come into vogue in recent times. BT had it when it was in, and then when it was out, and when it's back in, but he's been there for 40 years.
Pretty good effort to have it at 16. You were a bit of a man-child.
Yeah.
No, I was sort of just cropping it then. It was just budding through. But, probably 17 to be more honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So, are you buying this medical line, Jim?
No.
No.
Not one bit. But I love Bristol the way he can couch these things and then just leave them there.
The great Ron Barassi, and he passed this on to Dennis Pagan.
Yeah.
Dennis always thought if you had facial hair, you had something to hide.
Yeah. Yes, Brian.
Or how did Ron go with Denchi?
Yeah.
Denchi had a moustache
I
most
know,
of his
but
career.
Dennis, if you came in and you just had a little bit of stubble, he'd say, "Oh, son, what have you been up to?"
So he'd say that to John Newcomb.
He would.
Yeah, exactly.
like,
Dennis
Paid
Lilly.
will he?
I'm just saying that Dennis didn't like facial hair.
Ross
Or-
Henshaw, I think he used to go with the dark
He had one,
Kenyan
didn't he?
sort of...
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Dennis still can't believe how guys can play with
Gary
man bun.
Oh, yeah.
He just says, "How do they play, son? How do they play with the man bun?"
I don't know. I must admit. We had Cale Hooker in during the week and asked him that, didn't we?
He's got rid of
Are
it.
you getting rid of it at any stage?
He has got rid of it, hasn't
No, he's still
No,
got
it's
it
a
parked
small,
on the top,
shorter one.
just smaller.
Probably
he? Why did
gotta-
they do that?
Probably got to start acting his age.
Speaking of
Is there a cut off to the man?
No, well, I've just got the hole in the top. I haven't got a.
But you've had a bit of work done on the hair.
What do you mean had work?
Well, you have done.
I just take tablets.
Which make your hair grow.
Yeah, well, that's not having.
A growth stimulant.
Like a spur.
It's a tablet that a lot of the AFL players are on.
You do
A
something.
hair growth
What I
stimulant.
could do is just go and get a possum and stick it on my head like some other players out there.
You must do something to yours, Pete.
Yeah.
No, I've just got good hair.
Why don't I just go and get a dead possum and just sort of stick it on and cut
You
it
don't
out?
like those boys, do you? They
Well-
try and hide it.
Well, you just go, if you're going to go. I have
bull.
no idea, if you want to
Damien?
obviously
Yeah,
take,
what's marching back?
No, you're carrying that island.
it's
but
Like Chief used to, right there in the middle.
Damo's literally weeks off having to shave that.
I know, I'm with you too.
Like, no.
And he brushes it forward on the side. Like, it's not, I can't do anything with it. You know what it is? It's deep pockets.
I shouldn't be one talking about hair. These two can have all the hair jokes they want.
Yeah, no, we're going good, thanks.
BJ Goddard last night.
Yes.
Of course. This is a man who's openly now accepting money to promote.
And good money, isn't it? Yeah.
I saw a figure of a 40 grand attached to the deal.
It's not bad.
So therefore, and that's Damo. This is a commercial arrangement, and there can be no issue with that. So 1,000 miles an hour, but you then can't have any issue when we discuss it.
That's right.
Because there used to be a former Hawthorn small utility.
Who's now somewhere else?
I don't know where he is now. A very good friend of ours, and he, Lucas, don't start looking at me like that. He used to take enormous exception with us pointing out that he had plastic hair.
Who?
I'm not.
Brent Guerra.
Oh,
we used to point out that his hair was plastic because it was.
His nickname's Goo for that reason.
That's
It's
exactly
just
right.
stuck on with glue.
And I could never understand the issue that he had with it. Just get on with it.
I loved David Hales was
Well,
real.
while we're talking,
That was a real
let's-
cheap sort of possum.
Duck, reel off the list. Who's got
Well,
right,
obviously,
the list of,
Guerra had a.
No, right now.
Guerra had a. By the way, his possum was a good one.
we don't want comments on how good or bad that.
David Hales was.
Reel them off.
David Hales was that bad. He realised he had to get rid of the possum.
he
he
did.
stuck
You
it
said-
on and.
He did.
Anyone else, Doc?
You said someone's actually fell off during the game about a month ago.
Geordie Lewis has definitely got a possum.
Anyone else?
And he's dying. He's black.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Who else? Doug?
I don't know who else.
Well,
is there.
BJ now. He's open and openly-
BJ, I'm not sure BJ's got a possum.
Right,
He
he's got
might be
the-
just having stimulation.
Any other rugs?
In the competition.
our man up in Brisbane, Plugs.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, your
Walker.
man.
Plugsy Walker.
Walker. He plugs. Even the coach confirmed that.
That's a different
Josh Walker.
That's a
Bit of
different
regrowth
setup
instead.
altogether. He's just got a plantation happening.
Yes.
Sort of, So, yeah.
No one else?
No one that I know of. But I'm fascinated by them because, to be honest, I sort of thought if they're good, I'll probably get one.
Andre Agassi was the best one.
But they are fairly obvious if you're sort of up close.
I'm a big fan of your full wig.
Ladies have hairy fingers.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely.
And they look fine.
No, of course. But your
we don't sort of put them to one side in a basket over there. And
I do. Well, the great Ricky Ponning's got a possum.
Oh,
I'm talking the full
that's
wig.
touchy.
He's got a possum. What else?
The ones-
There's nothing touchy about
I'm not
it.
sure he.
The ones I like,
He
Doug,
does admit
this
to it.
is a segment that Spud would be right.
I like your
Possum.
full wig. Like, I know you can get a little help,
Yeah.
but there used to be a bloke, you would remember, Bristol, who sat down the front of Etihad Stadium in the Medallion Club, who used to have the most ferocious wig I've ever seen.
Hey, one of the
It's magnificent. I applaud it.
one of the great player manages the best player in the competition, Dusty Martin. Ralph Carr's got a possum.
Yes.
Ralph,
Duck's
Yeah.
actually an
not sure,
expert.
Ralph.
He's an expert. You are an expert at this.
Happy with being in the possum
Ralph
fur.
just parked the Porsche into a tree.
I'm not sure he'd miss that, Duck.
Just walked into a tree around the tan. I've seen him walk the tan.
Oh, Ralph. He's just minding his own business, listening to the rub.
Thus,
Maybe a possum jumped on it around the tan.
Hey, by the way,
I think
Ralph and
Duck's
I
been to
get
the,
along very well with
I
Ralph.
think you've been to the possum shop.
Bill had one for a week.
Yeah.
I went,
Oh, did very well too.
Like I said,
Girls, grab a number.
Look, there it is. He looked like Doug the Rug Bollinger. Actually, we might put that up.
No.
Get that up on social media.
Have a look at you.
Oh, come
At
on,
Triple
Fat.
M Footy, have a look at Fat. He had it for a week and it was
That looked quite right.
Was there a biological glue you used to stick to your skin?
Well,
How
let's-
did you stick it on?
Hutchie had one.
And it blew off.
It blew off on the golf course. It ended up halfway up into a tree.
He said he woke up one morning and was on the pillow next to him.
Had to get the fire brigade to get it down. They thought they were going to get a cat or something. He said, no, there's a possum up the street.
If you listen to the great Sam Newman, when he says it went from being on top of his head to a sideburn to a beard, gradually worked its way down, and then it flung off into a tree.
one of the
And he used the 3-iron to get it down.
one of the more famous possums was Tony Mockbell when he got around.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not laughing.
Oh,
Tony, if you're listening.